Oh man, I'm so nervous.
Brian, sing them and sing him.
All right, we need like a.
Is this mic on?
No, just sing for.
But I need like an intro song. Can you give me an intro song?
Just sing.
This is the Kpop Daebak Show with Eric Nam. That was pretty good. This is the Kpop Daebak Show with Eric Nam.
And we're off to a great start. What's up, everybody? My name's Eric Nam, and welcome to the Kpop Daebak Show with Eric Nam. I'm a singer-songwriter and a TV person, and I do a bunch of stuff, and I travel the world, and I have good time. But welcome to the show. This is Kpop Daebak, and this is the first show. In case you can't tell, because we're a mess, but we decided we're gonna try it anyways because you can never improve something until you start it off. Wow, that sounds like a Confucian saying. Am I Confucius? Probably. No, I'm not. All right. Anyways, this is not a K-pop news show, but is more of a closer look at the latest releases from your favorite K-pop stars. But having said that, this is a brand new show, and we're going to make things up as we go. So we absolutely need everybody's feedback and input into the show to make it the best show on the internet and something that you guys want to listen to. So let me just go ahead and throw out the socials to you. It's very easy. It's Daebak Show, Daebak Show. It's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, and we're going to be on all the other platforms. So, but for now, that's pretty much all you need to know. If you guys want to send us messages or tweets and tell me I am great or that I suck or whatever, it's cool. Just let me know. I appreciate constructive criticism. Just don't make me cry. All right. So my background, why are we doing this show? We're just doing it, right? We just like, let's just try it because you never know. And so Brian, can you give us a, we're just trying jingle?
Welcome to the Kpop Daebak Show.
Wait,
with
isn't that the
Eric
intro
Nam.
song? Wait, I wanted like a, we're trying hard jingle.
We're trying so hard to make a good show.
We're very, very high budget, guys. We only use top of the state of the art equipment and music here, and I can't wait for you guys to hear everything we have in store. But anyways, pretty much, I've been in this industry for 7, 8 years, and I think I've seen a lot, and we've been through a lot as an artist, and then also with my fans, and so in many ways, I have a very, very different perspective of K-pop, a little bit more of the inside scoop, access to a lot of your favorite artists and potential future co-hosts. And so I think what this show can become is a place for fans and artists to interact and connect on a more just simply speaking audio level. There's a lot of video, there's a lot of complicated stuff in the world, but we want to go back to just simpleness. And so we have this podcast. Anyways, we are picking releases from every week for future episodes, and we need you to let us know what songs you guys want to hear about, what artists you want to hear from. This is not an official democracy because it's my show, and I can do whatever I want, but I appreciate your input, right? Okay, so go ahead and let us know, vote, and we'll try to incorporate your thoughts into this. You guys can also go to our podcast curated playlist on Spotify and YouTube, where we have all the songs from the episode and some of our favorite songs of the week in the playlist, and you guys can listen to it in full. And of course, we want to play it onto the podcast itself, but let's be honest, music copyright is very difficult and expensive to navigate, which is why we can't play them here on the podcast. And as a musician myself, it's hard to get that bag, You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? No, you don't know it. Listen, money making with music is very hard. To get your money, it's very, very hard in music. So, am I just saying crazy stuff right now? I'm sorry. Do I just sound insane? I'm just being real, guys. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's just go ahead and go into our new releases. We're going to talk about a few new releases from this past week or two. Up first, we got the ladies from Momoland and their new song, I'm So Hot. So Momoland is back with their new song, I'm So Hot. This is a single off their 5th new mini album called Show Me. And it was released March 20th, so maybe like 2 weeks ago. And it is their 5th. It's probably like, I want to say their 3rd hit song, right? Because they had Boom Boom and they had Bam, and now they have Show Me. And before that, I feel like they were still up and coming, so people don't really know a lot of their earlier songs. But I'm So Hot is a very upbeat anthem for these girls as they try to show off the prettiest girl in class. The music video is around 20 million views, and there's also a Japanese version. And there are a lot of other songs on the mini album, the EP, Falling You, Light Up, Holiday, and What You Want. And you guys go ahead and check out the songs on the EP as well. You know, I know a lot of artists, you know, when we put together mini albums and EPs, there's always like this struggle of should we just put out a single or should we put out an EP? Fans obviously usually want the EP because it's more music, but the struggle and the hesitance behind that, the hesitation behind that is that people don't listen to full albums anymore. They don't listen to all the songs, but we put a lot of effort into every single one of those songs. So every time there is an EP, you guys try to listen to as much as you can. So let's talk a little bit about the members of Momoland. There are nine members. I shouldn't be surprised by now. Like 9 is a relatively small number for K-pop groups, I feel now. Like there's 13, there's 10, there's a lot. Haebin, Youngwoo, Jane, Taeha, Daeyeon, Daisy, Jui, Ahin, and Nancy. Jui I know pretty well from, we did a show together. We did this show called 삼청동 외할머니, which means grandmas in 삼청동. That's a horrible translation. But that's pretty much what it is. We had 6 international grandmas from Belgium, France, where else? Thailand, Mexico, Costa Rica, and did I say Thailand? And somewhere else. Why can't I remember? Oh, Hungary. And we set up a restaurant with them, and we cooked with them for 2 weeks. So that's how I got to know Chui, and she is very, very, very incredibly nice and talented. She is such a bright personality and very aegyo. I was going to try to follow the aegyo, and then I realized you guys would probably hate it. Because she's like, yeah! That was horrible. God, I'm so sorry. But she's super like, Oppa! Oh God, my voice. And then Haebin I know because she actually used to be a trainee at my company. So I've known her for years. And so it's really good to see them doing very well and to be hitting their stride finally, because I know she put a lot of effort in for years. So 7 members were formed during a reality idol survival program called Finding Momoland, and then 2 members, Daisy and Taeha, joined later. And I'm sure you guys know their single Boom Boom from their 3rd EP, Great, was a huge hit, and it won them first place at a lot of the music shows. And Momoland actually became the first girl group and the second act to earn a platinum certification by Kpop Music Chart for over 100 million streams for the song Boom Boom. I did not know that. That's interesting. They also took a bunch of awards last year. Asia Artist Awards 2008 for Best Icon in Music, Mama 2018 Discovery of the Year, Kpop Chart Music Awards 2019 World Rookie Award. They got Best 3 New Artists from Japan, Golden Disc from Korea, Digital Punsang for Boom Boom. So they are just taking in the awards. And I think they have a very, very bright future ahead of them. And just random facts. They created a new song for Korean children's cartoon character. The song is called Banana Cha-Cha. And I feel like it probably sounds like Banana Cha-Cha. Is that it? Is that pretty much right? The song, if you guys haven't heard the song itself, I'm So Hot. For earlier K-pop loving generations, you guys will probably remember the Wonder Girls song. I'm so hot, 난 너무 예뻐요. No, nobody. Okay, I just dated myself a lot. I'm young, guys. Don't worry. But this song in particular, I realized, they have every song that they've been releasing after Boom Boom has been the very, very similar formula and structure. And they always have like a very hooky drop. And this time they went ahead and switched it up with a brass drop with some trumpet and saxophone, and then their dance. Of course, they have, I guess, like a gunpoint dance where they just shoot in the sky. And I had the great pleasure of learning Boom Boom for an award show with Chewy last year. And that dance will wreck you because it's so involved. And it's a great cardio workout. If y'all like Zumba, go ahead and try Boom Boom at Zumba. You guys will probably lose some weight. Anyways, that's the latest on I'm So Hot by Momoland. Maybe I'll try to get Chewy on here one day. I feel like she'd do it. And she's very like scared of speaking in English, but she has so much energy that I feel like you don't need to be able to speak English to be able to. She can make just like really cool sounds, and you guys would still be excited about it because she's such a positive energy. I'm gonna shut up about that now and move on to our next song. Great.
Be careful with the page flipping.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, page flipping is fine. We're human. I have you doing a freaking jingle.
You don't have hands.
I have you doing a jingle, bro.
No hands.
Our jingle is you saying jingle, jingle. I'm pretty sure page flippage is okay.
Alright, I'll think of it.
So, we're going to go into our next song. It's called 4 Seasons by TAEYEON of Girls' Generation. And as we go into this next song, we have a little jingle break. Jingle, go. That was very, very anticlimactic. Why is your face red, bro?
Keep them interested. Keep them hooked.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay. A jingle. 4 Seasons was released on March 24th, and it is about breaking up with a lover after having spent 4 seasons together. The music video currently has about 10 million views. And Taeyeon stated that when she first recorded this song, she couldn't really relate to it in terms of the relationship and the love kind of thing. But then as she thought about it and compared it to her music career and how it's, very in line and in tune, and she could relate to it in terms of her music career, which I think also makes sense. Every relationship, whether it be with a person or a job or a community, you have a beginning, a middle, an end, or etc. And as an artist, your goal and your job when you're in the studio and you're recording and putting out music is to be able to relate to the song as much as you can, so that you can, in Korean, it's 전달. 전달 means deliver that feeling and that message. Oh, you guys, this is great. I'm going to just teach you Korean. This is 한국어 수업 같이 해드릴게요. So 전달 means to deliver. Brian, say 전달.
정달?
No, you guys said it wrong. It's not 정달, it's 전달.
I just said that.
No, you said 정달.
정달.
No, 전달.
전달.
There you go. All right.
물.
물.
Water.
But anyways, I think that is very important. And as some people, they write their own songs and they write their own lyrics. Other people, they don't, and it's to each his or her own. There's no better or less than. But at the end of the day, a singer's job and purpose is to be able to really connect with listeners on a musical level and the lyrical level. And so, I think that's probably one of the reasons Taeyeon is so good at vocal, like just singing, because she really gets those lyrics across to her listeners. And so it's great that we know how she related to this song. The single also includes the B-side. It's a song called Blue. And this is her first domestic release solo-wise since Something New in June 2018. Taeyeon will also be holding her first solo tour in Japan called the Taeyeon Japan Tour 2019 Signal, starting April 13th in Fukuoka. And I'm sure you guys already know, but she is an incredibly decorated artist, not only with Girls' Generation, but also as a soloist. She got Best Female Artist at Mama 2016. She got Golden Disc Award 2018 for her My Voice studio album. And I, in 2015, have become the best-selling female vocal soloist album of all time on Kaun. That's also interesting. Look, I'm learning new things every day as I'm telling you these things, but you guys may already know this before me. She also voiced Margot in the Korean dub version of Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2. Incredibly talented lady. I ran into her a few weeks ago at Sooyoung's indie movie premiere. Sooyoung just released a movie, and Seon was like, "Oppa, can you please come? Please come." And I was like, "All right, I'll go," not knowing that I would be there to see a full out Girls' Generation reunion happening in front of me, and I felt so out of place, and I was so like, because yes, like we're still in the same industry and whatever, but they were mais hombres. They started longer before I did, and I remember when I debuted, they had just did a comeback with a song. I think it was "I Got a Boy," and I was like, "Oh, it's Girls' Generation! Oh my gosh!" And then to be there, kind of as a friend, and to witness a reunion of sorts, it was like a very, very weird and surreal moment. But they're all doing well, and Tiffany had flown in the night before, I think presumably for the movie premiere, and to do some promotions for her new solo stuff in the States. But she obviously is killing it in the States as well with her English EP. And so great to see all the ladies doing well in their own respective careers and their paths. And congratulations to Taeyeon on her latest release, 4 Seasons. All right, next up we have another track, but we need another transitional jingle. Jingle.
Jingle, 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 jingle. You're asking too much for me right now.
This is the most underwhelming jingler I've ever met. You're 2 seconds away from being fired. I'm just giving you fair warning.
Do a better job.
All right, so next up we have Persona, RM solo from BTS. Okay, listen, I'm a big BTS fan. Everybody knows that, and I'm just good friends with them. You know, I've it's been an honor and it's been a pleasure to watch them really come up from their debut. But I'm just really jealous because, listen, this Persona comeback trailer for their new upcoming album, Map of the Soul Persona. So that went live March 27th, 2019. Correct? Correct. The other thing is that this is a comeback trailer, but this comeback trailer is higher quality than most anybody's full out comeback. So I'm watching this video, and he has like AI iRobot machines dancing. He has a big, like, ginormous Mewtwo Pokemon version looking, like, creature who I think it kind of looked like they had taken RM's face and then like added to it so it looked like an animation. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they have like incredible production on it for this comeback trailer. So A, that's amazing. B, I'm jealous. C, you guys are amazing. Persona, this song, is a solo rap written and performed by RM, the leader of BTS. And, of course, it has already surpassed 20 million views in less than a week. I expect no less. Their album is going to be released April 12th, Friday. So we're very, very, very close, you guys. We're about a week away. And I'm sure everybody knows about BTS. But just in case you don't know, BTS is composed of 7 members: RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. And the animated beginning is actually a callback to their old album, School Love Affair comeback trailer from 5 years ago. I can't believe it's been 5 years. Time flies. And a lot of the fans speculate that BTS' new era concept is based on Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung's archetypes of the self, which are persona, shadow, anima, and ego. And so, I don't know, I think a lot of people are speculating that the future album series to come, maybe it'll follow in those footsteps. In the trailer, RM addresses and shows the 4 parts of his persona, what perhaps is his true self. He is an idol. He is a rapper. He is a leader. He is just Kim Namjoon as well, RM. And that's pretty much what the song is about. And, I think the guys of BTS, a few of them have been, including RM, have been very openly, not outspoken, that's not the right word. They've just been very open about, their thoughts and their feelings and identity and their hardships and everything in their interviews, their message to their fans, in their music. And that's probably the reason that they're so relatable to a global audience. They're very open about stuff like that. And I think he addresses, that identity crisis in many ways in this song. So yeah, this is obviously the kickoff to their new album. I think everybody is incredibly excited to the point that within a week of the announcement, BTS sold 2.6 million copies in pre-sales. That's unheard of these days, right? For Map of the Soul, Persona are also going to be on a world tour, and they actually sold out Wembley Stadium in 90 minutes. That venue capacity is 90,000 seats. Now, I don't know if 90,000 seats are fully booked out in terms of stadium capacity, because when you set up a concert, you have to kill a part of the seats because you have to make room for the stage. But regardless, that's huge. That's really huge. And they will be performing at Saturday Night Live as their comeback stage, which is also insane. That's going to be April 13th, Saturday, the day after Persona drops. And typically on SNL, the musical guests, they will perform 2 songs. And so you can fully expect 2 songs, and probably with a live band. And I can't tell you why I know that, but I imagine it's going to be with the full band. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty litty, I think. And if you guys don't know what Saturday Night Live is, SNL in the States, it is a truly iconic. It's a truly iconic TV show. They're probably in their 40-something season, and they've had the biggest range of successful movie stars, actors, actresses, TV stars come on that show as guests, but also they start there to become who they are. So these people, I don't know if you guys know, like Jim Carrey, Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler, Tina Fey, Will Ferrell, all these people, they're huge, but they all got started on SNL. And then the other thing about SNL is when you start doing a music slot on SNL, that really brings you into the forefront of Western media. So I still remember when Sam Smith and Adele, both, before they were huge, they had a lot of buzz around them, and then they went on SNL, and the day after, they hit number 1 on iTunes. They were just topping the charts right after that. So, BTS, the biggest group in the world, I don't know how much bigger they can possibly get, but if there's a great move and a great way to build it up, this is the move. So congratulations to the guys. I can't wait to hear this new album and watch this comeback stage at SNL. The first time I met them, they were super energetic and super nice. And I watched them perform on the show, and I was actually very, very surprised. As a host of a show like that, where every week, at that point, I think we did 2 shows a week, you meet different new idol stars, and you meet the biggest the newest rookies. Some of them, they don't make it, unfortunately. Let's be very honest. This is a very, very cutthroat industry, and there are a lot of factors that play into it. A lot of the people that I work with or that I interviewed, a lot of them aren't working in the industry anymore. But every once in a while, you come across groups, and you're like, oh, wow, this team has potential. This team could be very, very special. And BTS was one of those groups. They came on very, very well-mannered. They worked really hard. And as, I don't know, I guess for me, I know because I'm on TV constantly. But really what makes a TV show fun is not only the host, but how much the guests put into it, how much effort they put into it. And I just remember us finishing the show. I'm like, you guys, those are really nice kids, but they also worked really hard. And after that, every time they came back, they would be at another level. They would have gone up. They were like Pokemon. They just keep evolving every time they come. But they are now literally at the top of the world, and I'm so happy for them because if anything else, they have stayed so, in my opinion, humble, and they still work harder than anyone else, and they're very, very aware. And self-awareness, I think, is very important. They know what the impact they have on the world, and so they think their music and their craft and their jobs, in many ways, very, very seriously. And so I respect them so much for that. And I see them every once in a while, and some of them I keep in touch with regularly, but I'm so happy for them. to see them growing and blowing up in this way. And that's probably why they're now like representing Korea for everything. You know, they were featured on the official Korean national anthem video, which is like, I didn't even know. Like, do countries make national anthem videos? I didn't even know that. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, I keep overstating that, but it's going to be dope. RM also, in case you guys are sleeping under a rock, collaborated with this duo artist called Han on a remix, I guess, of a new track that they did. It's called Crying Over You, and it's on Han's last album. And it originally just has this female vocalist called Becca with them, but now it's Han with Becca and RM. Yeah, it's a great song. Han is great too, guys. If you guys don't know, Han is super great. I met Han, I think 3 years ago. It was like my birthday. It was like my birthday party, and we went to Han's concert, and then we went to have some food and like a beer, and Han came. Suyoung from Girls' Generation was there, and V came, and that's probably when V and Han first met. And then I don't know, probably RM, and then they got connected through the Twitters, because that's how I think a lot of them have been keeping in touch. But if you guys haven't done so, check out Crying Over You as well, in addition to the Persona trailer, which is a bigger, better music video than I'll ever be able to achieve in my entire lifetime. But all right, that's enough of that. This is it. Like, honestly, this is probably the most underwhelming podcast you've ever heard in your entire life. But I'm here for it, and I hope you're here for it too, because we got to start somewhere. So go ahead, and I got to give you a couple things. First of all the music that we mentioned on today's show. So Momoland and TAEYEON and RM, BTS, and some of our favorite releases from the past week or so, we have on a playlist on Spotify and on YouTube. So go ahead and check that out. You can get links to all that stuff on our socials, okay? The socials that we got is Daebak Show on Twitter and Instagram. Daebak, Daebak Show, SHOW. So go there. We'll link you out that way so you guys can listen to the latest mix of music that we find really, really dope. So follow us on all our social media and send us your feedback as well, right? So we have, this is really, again, a starting point, and we're making this with you guys. This is a semi-democracy, but I rule all, okay? But let us know your favorite releases that you want us to cover, you want us to talk about. Maybe I have some inside scoop, or like I know a little bit of something, or we can try to get them on the show, or even a phone call. But there are many ways for us to try to make this a fun, interactive show. So go ahead and get linked in with us. Also, please leave us a kind rate and review on iTunes, as it helps the show be seen by more people like yourself who love everything K-pop and music. So we'll be back next week with a bunch of new stuff, I think. Are we going to be around next? Are we going to get canceled?
I think we're gonna die.
We're going to die? We're in so much trouble. I'm going to try not to get canceled for like 7 days, and hopefully we'll be back. And I think next week we got a lot to talk about. We have Blackpink coming back. We have a lot of really cool groups and musicians coming back as well. So stay tuned. Don't make this one go viral because it's not very good. Make like the later ones go viral because they'll probably be much better quality. But this is just for you, because you made the effort to come listen to this first podcast. All right, you guys, have a great week. Have a great day. Be happy. Be healthy. And love K-pop. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. All right, Brian, give me an outro.
Been the first episode of Kpop Daebak with Eric Nam.
Why do you have a British accent?
Was that British?
You spoke like this in your song. Why?
Jingle jingle, now it's time to go. It's time to go, it's been a great show.
All right, that was much more. He's a Southern boy, so